Surprise, fuckers! I'm back with another Dragon Ball related topic. You thought I was done, you thought I wasn't gonna be doing it anymore, and now I come back with this big surprise come from behind Dragon Ball video thing, topic, whatever. And I'm doing another one. And also, fuck everyone who unsubscribed yesterday because I thought I wasn't doing Dragon Ball content anymore. All like 40-ish of you. So yeah, Dragon Ball topic. I got one. Actually, this is like an old ass topic. This is actually really more of like a follow-up to that video I did forever ago talking about why I like Dragon Ball GT. Because in that video, a lot of people, got pissy with my statements about how that I had said that GT was a series with great ideas of just flawed execution. And this led to a lot of people calling me a hypocrite and like a fanboy, and I'm nostalgic for like GT and all that, and like just I'm excusing GT's flaws and not Super's, because Super is a series of great ideas and flawed execution, but I don't give it the same leeway, and I don't call it at very least serviceable, which is all I really call GT, to be honest, is serviceable. It's not great, it's not even really good, it's serviceable, but whatever. So and I actually, like I said, I meant to do this video forever ago. I actually recorded it, thought it was shit, scrapped it, meant to re-record it, and then forgot I never actually recorded it. So better late than never, right? Boom. So now you're gonna get this topic now. First off, I want to acknowledge the big thing that everyone has said back to me on that is that Super is a series of great ideas and flawed execution, and no, it is not. What are the ideas of Dragon Ball Super? And I'm gonna focus the first three arcs. You have God of Destruction shows up, Raffle stomps everyone, Goku shows up, they have a fight, and God of Destruction fucks off. What's the big deal there? That because that he's a God of Destruction? Is that like the big cool idea? Because, we've had gods before, it's just this one's one that blows shit up. And it's not really like that whole God of Destruction element of his character really even matters that much. Then you have, Frieza's come back, because bringing back old villains is always a great idea, right? So yeah, Frieza comes back, and then, he kind of just raffle stomps the Dragon Ball gang, our B team, and then our A team, Goku, Vegeta show up, they fight him, and then Goku kills him. Basically the exact same structure is baddie shows up, good guys fight baddie, and conflict is resolved, except one ends in the bad guy just going, fuck it, and the other one ends in the bad guy dying. Then you have the Universe 6 tournament, and it was a tournament with 5 characters we have 0 connection to, and stakes that we have no investment in, and it was just, where's the great idea there? The fact that it's 2 universes clashing? If it hadn't been 2 different universes, would it have even fucking mattered? Does that arc do or say anything great? It leaves the door open to do bigger, better things, but it never touches on those bigger, better things. We never get to see Planet Sedal, or we never really get to see any of the fallout from Frost or anything. So it has things, but then it just, we never even get to see any of the cool shit that is referenced. So yeah, there you go. You have 3 arcs that really don't aim very high. And with Dragon Ball GT, you have the concept of the Black Star Dragon Balls I think is fucking fantastic. You have Baby. You have Super 17 can be cool. There are things I like about it. But then you have the Black Star, or not the Black Star, the evil dragons, and those are all 3 of those 4 concepts are really fucking great. It's just they don't do anything particularly great with those concepts. I think the Baby arc is a genuinely great arc, but whatever. But still, even with the Baby arc, they never really touch on they never really get into the morality of it, or kind of paint Baby more sympathetically or anything. So there are missed opportunities, and that's where GT's flawed writing comes in. Is that it is It is a series of more of like missed opportunities that, like, you know, like, oh, they could have done so much more, they just didn't. Like, oh, they could have explored like these ideas and they didn't. Oh, like, they could have had like the other like characters come in and fight some of the other dragons and they didn't. They could have done some bigger sprawling ideas, like, you know, with the Black Star Dragon Balls potentially, and they just kind of didn't, you know. But like, those arcs still hang together well enough. Like, you know, like narratively, they still hold together. They're still, at very least, stories that work on a narrative level. Like, you know, they're competently put together. You know, they may not be great, but they are competently, like, you know, pieced together storylines. Then you get to the one legitimately big idea arc of Dragon Ball Super, which is the Future Trunks arc. And yes, it is a great fucking idea. On paper, it sounds fucking amazing. But then in execution, it completely falls apart. And this will probably, like, you know, and then, you know, I have to go back to that whole thing of, like, oh, well, you know, why does this great idea with bad execution, you know, get trashed, but then GT's great ideas with bad execution, you know, like, you give a pass to? Well, because flawed execution isn't created equal. Like I said, GT's flawed execution comes from, like, you know, they have all this great potential for a story, and then really just kind of go, like, here with it. Like, they kind of just, they really restrict themselves on, like, you know, how far they take the story and, like, the ideas and play with them. You know, that's like they have all these pieces. Basically, they just have all these pieces left over, and it's just like, yeah, no, like this is perfectly fine. I mean, yeah, I mean, I could have used all this shit, but yeah, we just did it. With Dragon Ball Super's Future Trunks arc, like, you know, they tried to use all the pieces, and then they connected them together terribly. Every time, like a new piece is introduced to, like, kind of expand on the mystery and start, like, revealing, like, the story and what everything's actually happening and what's going on and what these characters' connections are, it doesn't work. Like, you know, like, oh, like, you know, what the fuck is this new transformation for Trunks? How the hell, like, you know, does the whole Zama's time travel thing work with, you know, him getting killed and, like, somehow Beerus fractured the timeline by doing that? Like, you know, like, what, like, the ending is just a horrible fucking disappointment that kind of just, you know, there are things that just, it complete, like, narratively, that arc just falls apart. Like, every time they try to, like, explain something, it's just like, oh, that's what that was. Well, that doesn't even really make sense, and this kind of sucks. And that's kind of, like, that is the difference. Like, you know, when, like the one big idea arc, like, you know, they shot for the fucking stars. They went for a big fucking arc. Like, they really wanted to make this something special, and they just didn't have the writing talent to really just stick that landing, or really any of the key points in the narrative that really mattered. Like, there's a lot of cool moments in that arc. Like, there are moments that are just fucking balls to the wall awesome that are way cooler than anything in Dragon Ball GT. But when you have all those cool moments, but, like, the narrative around those moments, like, it just doesn't connect or work well as a functional story. Yeah, no, like, you know, it's a bad story. Like, you know, where GT just, like, yeah, they could have told bigger, grander stories with their ideas, but they just kind of told more middle-of-the-road stories that just didn't aim that high. And that's the big difference. Like, I would rather have, like, a story with, like, really great ideas that, like, you know, just kind of tells, like, a smaller, kind of middle-of-the-road story that still has, like, you know, like, oh, man, that's a really great idea. Like, they could have done a lot more of that story, but at least, you know, it was still a competently told story where, like, the Future Trunks arc, which is the one arc that actually has a great idea, is, you know, like, you know, it just aims too high. They don't have, like, the writing prowess to make it work, and it just falls apart. So, yeah, you know, that's why I say, like, that's a really bad arc. Like, and I think I originally said that it's an okay arc, and honestly, my opinions on it have really soured, and I think it's just a bad arc these days. Because I do really care about, like, a cohesive narrative that actually works. And like, you should know that about me by now. So that's the difference. Maybe the universe survival arc, like that'll be like, you know, because like right now, like it's telling like, you know, kind of like these middle of the road episodes that are okay. But once again, it's like, you know, it's a low tier idea with okay execution, and you know, and that still doesn't work for me either. Like, you know, I can settle for high tier concept, mid tier execution, but like low tier concept, a battle royale, with mid tier execution isn't as interesting to me. And then like, you know, a high tier concept like the Future Trunks arc with low tier execution, with some cool moments punctuated throughout, is less interesting to me. And then of course, like I said, like the first 3 arcs. So yeah, that's the big difference. That's why I say GT serviceable, Super is bad. Honestly, I hope that like the Universe Survival arc picks up and it becomes something really cool. There's at least potential to do cool stuff. Hopefully, maybe this will spin out. This whole arc that they've been hyping up will spin out into something bigger and cooler. Not gonna hold my breath, but we'll see. All right, till next time, guys. Xeon out.